So here we go. Black Angus reviews. Can you hear me, bud?
Boom.
There we go.
No, yeah. Hey, what's up, Jaron? What's up, Ryan? Yeah, I was kind of off and on. I thought about talking just in private because I don't have like attack Jeremy, I'm gonna get him, or it's none of that. I do have some beef, perhaps. Of course, that's not foreign to my channel, being an Angus of color and all. Anyone that might see this think I hate Jeremy or something, I would have taken down my Saint Germanus and other stuff if I had an actual problem with Jeremy. Let me switch to my Twitter because I sent Ryan bullet points.
Yeah.
All right. So the biggest thing I just want to address with Jeremy is like follow through, just for something you offered, not for me or anything. Something you offered, maybe it just slipped your mind. I've tried to keep it going. How else would I say it? But there's not a lot of news for me to cover, and so I don't really know how to spin it. And thinking on it, I faltered myself, not keep hitting at you and Josiah and anyone else and G that might be able to like boost this up to you to cover. But and I thank you for this. You came on my for Ollie stream with Lloyd Jones, the father of the Spider-Man Tombstone child, and I appreciate that. That was great. Whatever boost it gave, whatever money went to that foundation in Belgium, or the American one I offered in the description.
Chat's saying it's hard to hear you. A lot of people are saying they can barely hear you.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying you were on my Ferrari stream with Lloyd, the father of the Spider-Man gravestone child.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, oh, like after the Comic-Con, we'll have to get you on. So like it seemed I kind of slingshot him in the moment, and I tried to get him on that weekend because I didn't want the story to lose traction. It's already a week into the story. It's already fizzling. And I tried to do other videos to follow up. I did receipts on Twitter, like, hey, the money you sent me, it went to the charities. And I guess, I don't know if you had Josiah, or if Josiah did himself, following up like, hey, what's the contact for Lloyd? I gave it to him.
If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, and I don't remember if this happened or not. Did I not reach out and there was something going on with him, and you were told me just like, here's his contact info, but give it a few days or something? Did that happen? Because I'm almost certain that I reached out to get it, because you told me it was on Facebook, but you were like, give it a few days because there's something going on. Now, that's not to say that doesn't excuse the fact that I haven't reached out yet, but I just remember there was like, hold off for a few days when I was kind of in the moment wanting to do it. I might be wrong about that. It might have been another situation, but I feel like that's what it was, because I got his contact information for Facebook, because that's how you contacted him, correct?
Yeah.
So I feel like there was an interaction with you and me. Maybe it was publicly, because I looked in the private messages to remember, and I don't see it. But yeah, that was my understanding, is that we did that, and then you told me like, give it a couple of days because of something going on. But I could be wrong. But either way, I am fine with doing a follow-up story on that. It really, with me, it's about just staying on me about stuff, because I have so many different things.
Yeah,
going on.
That's my fault, and I'm owning that. That's something I haven't thought of. I was like, well, you said this, and I get that you're busy and you got a lot of people, and I'm taking it more to heart when big channels say, oh, you got to keep bothering me, because you feel creepy when you do it.
I understand that. Yeah.
So that's and I'm owning my mistake as well. But it's been hard to try to keep the story going, because people lose interest even on this, like, for me, a rallying cry. Like, if you're not boycotting Disney for this, then you'll never, hold them accountable for anything, in my opinion. It was a very important thing, just being a father and stuff. And like I said, I appreciate you coming on. You don't have to. I forgot that when I was streaming with Max, I was trying to point out different things like Thomas and stuff, where you go out of your way for people. You do more than you have to. You're just your own guy, your own channel.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, because when you sent me a link to that initial stream with Max, I responded with an LOL. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to talk to him. And I did watch the whole stream. And it it aggravated me a little bit from hearing from Snow Dub and obviously Max and all of his criticisms and everything. You were very neutral in it, and I appreciated that. But yeah, I mean, there's like, I don't know and we've addressed the Snow Dub stuff, and we've addressed a lot in this stream. I don't know if you've been here for the whole thing, Angus. Have you?
Yeah,
I think you have been, and I think most people have. I mean, I think we peaked at about 350 viewers at one point whenever we had fucking Max on here when we were going hot and heavy, and that was a lot of fun. But
yeah, I do circular.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot ironed out, and at the end of the day, this stream happened for a couple of reasons. And I want to say Angus probably is one of the pieces to the puzzle here for sure, because you had Max on. I paid attention to that stream. Then obviously I had no intention of streaming with Max because of all the bullshit that he was spreading about me. But then he kind of got lumped in on this Cecil and EVS and Malin stream, which again, like I've said, I didn't really want that format didn't really work because Cecil was trying to do Cecil stuff as comedy. I was in fight mode and EVS was in charisma Ethan mode. And so that's why I decided I wanted to go ahead and do this stream. And I turned it into an open forum for everybody that hates me, just to come on here and scream at me, tell me what you want, whatever. And I think that we have absolutely just systematically destroyed all of these haters tonight, because they've seen that I can talk to you and I can take any criticism you're going to throw my way, and I can shoot it down. And I can also acknowledge that I might have made a mistake here and a mistake there, because I guess these people think that one mistake is going to derail me. It's going to stop me. I don't understand. Like, are they paying attention to what I've built? That's not going to stop me. Nothing is going to stop me. But I think it's been interesting for people to understand the persona aspect of things too. Just like when Huge Ass was on here and he's like, I have a problem with your above average penis. I'm like, your name is Huge Ass. What are you talking about? But ultimately we came to some peace on that. And I see Anna's in the chat now. Anna, you've been discussed a lot during this. I've tried to keep that to a minimum, by the way. You have been discussed a lot during this stream because a lot of the stuff is, obviously tied back into me and you. But with Geek in Disguise, we were able to make peace with him, misunderstanding. He owned his mistake. Huge Ass owned his. Obviously, Max. So Max, Angus, why did you block Anna on Twitter?
I kept seeing the comments. I kept seeing the comments with like the negativity that she addressed, whatever, in a video. It was just I kept seeing it from other people liking. I'm just like, I do not want to see this. I see enough negativity. I get enough negativity being in Comicsgate. That was it. So
all right, I'm at the pressure on this a little bit because I was aware of this. You're in war campaign and you want to stay away from negativity. Like, really?
No. I said I have enough negativity. This was just derailing me. Seeing this was like, man, because yeah.
Well, I mean, so why not mute? Why block? I guess is the question.
No, I did mute, and I kept seeing it from other people liking it. That was the thing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's your explanation, Anna. Of course, when I was aware of that information, it obviously didn't set too well with me. Because obviously I don't need to explain that anymore. But I mean,
I get it.
Yeah, and so I don't mind everything that happens surrounding me and everything. And I might just do this again because I've had so much fun. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. And maybe these people that have decided that I'm the worst person on the world, maybe they see like I will have a conversation. But at the same time, if they're here to win a debate, I think watching this is going to let them know that they stand no chance whatsoever. Absolutely not. I would love to get Robert Storms on here, you fucking piece of shit. Somebody tag that motherfucker right now and invite him. Get that motherfucker. And Major Lee, bring that piece of shit on too. Tag these motherfuckers. Tell them they got an open invite. They can come in right now. I'll stream for another 4 or 5 fucking hours. All right, Robert, go ahead and finish your fucking Happy Meal and get in here. This piece of shit, man. Like anybody else. I mean, we've been here for 3 hours and we're having to bring people on that like Angus is reaching for a criticism so he can at least give you guys some entertainment here. Like, I mean, but Angus, yes, back to your original question. yeah, we get with me, and I'll get with Josiah, and we'll see if we can work something out for sure, man. So I apologize.
I want him a slingshot. You know, like I'm totally fine being that guy facilitating that to get him on like the biggest platform, someone beyond you, the quartering, whoever. You know, I just want to see maybe Disney take this back, because there's 15, 20 years of evidence pre and post Marvel purchase with them either allowing, like in the case of another Ollie in England with the Iron Man tombstone, they worked with, I think, the Church of England and the local government to put that stone in for Iron Man 2 years prior, before Ollie Jones. And there's other ones that even if it wasn't sanctioned by Disney, they never attacked them. They never, excuse me. So yeah, I just, it's been hard to cover because there's not a lot.
No, I hear you.
He's been going through a lot of anxiety related, health issues, and he still got 5 children, and one of those, his daughter, still suffers from what Ollie suffered. And I just, people, it's just the game of the internet, even something emotional like that, people forget it in a week, and it resonated with me, and so it's important. And I've been holding back a few people in War Campaign now, thanks to some efforts in War Campaign. It's taking time because the guy, is busy with his job, but we have someone working on something really cool on behalf of Comicsgate and Fandom Menace for Lloyd and his family. I can't wait to show it to y'all. And I can't wait to hopefully boost this artist. So look forward to that. I don't know when. You got quality. But on with War Campaign and that was another thing. Let me see. I got my bullet points. Just a few.
I think the theme of this whole stream is basically like, it's just don't mess with Anna, and you won't have problems with me. That's kind of
yeah. No, I totally get that. So, if I recall, I'm not sure the timeline, but no, this is 2 different things. Excuse me. So of course, after her ordeal in her,
I lost him.
No, I'm still here.
Okay,
right,
can you hear me?
Yeah, you just broke up for a second.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's the Wi-Fi. There was you were going to have Doug Tanaple on your channel. This was during the whole around the San Diego Comic-Con thing, and him dissing EVS, then blocking them and whatnot. And you were going to have him on, and then someone in War Campaign, it wasn't like a War Campaign directive or any of that. It was just someone in War Campaign said, like, hey, there's like this thing with him and EVS. It's kind of weird. I think you're still on the I Council. I'm not sure if you left then, but he just was voicing like, hey, like there's like a conflict of interest here. Like EVS is your guy. You're all on the same team. Then you have Doug on. Looks like you're playing both sides or whatever the stance of it was, that guy. And then it devolved into like, oh, I'm going to bury War Campaign. And that's all fine, having a beef and a back and forth. There's a lot of guys, including myself, clearly, that are Geeks and Gamers fans in War Campaign and Comicsgate. But it devolved into you bringing up or hinting at the Roe joke, which I don't know, but Roe apologized way before that. I was on a stream like 3 weeks after that saying like, hey, if we're not SJWs, quit hitting the guy when he apologized because you're acting like SJWs bringing it up. That was just a bad moment, and that was during the whole smear of War Campaign.
I explained this during the stream with Cecil and EVS and Malin, but so basically how I operate is I flip your logic on you. And if you are going to come at me because of something Doug said, take it up with Doug. Don't fucking bring that to my door. And that's what SJWs do. So what I did is I said, okay, we're going to hold Jeremy responsible because I'm having Doug on and you're upset because of something Doug said. That's fucking stupid logic. So then I said, well, hey, War Campaign, this person said something I didn't like, so I'm going to hold all of you responsible for his words because I'm going to use your logic on you. And what did they do? They walked right into my trap and proved my point that they don't like their own logic put on them. That's all I was doing. That's all I cared about, is proving a point. If you got a problem with Doug, take it up with Doug. Don't take it.
No,
don't bring that shit to me.
The pathology of your logic's what evaded me in this situation, because I was like, where did this come from? Like, we're just talking about like, hey, this is a conflict of interest.
And Anna's
and I wasn't even in the fight. I was just seeing it.
Yeah, so real quick, so Anna commented in chat that Ro never apologized to me, and I've seen all the horrible things he said. That's not okay.
No,
Yeah,
he had a stream like right after.
Right, and EVS told him to apologize. Like he didn't even proactively offer it. It's like EVS made him apologize. And again, that's kind of like I'm kind of over that whole thing. The point of the whole situation was, don't bring me problems from someone else and expect me to cure them. I didn't fucking say what Doug said. I didn't do what Doug did. So don't hold me responsible for what Doug did. Because if we're going to play that game, we can play that game and I can flip your logic on you. I have nothing to do with anything Doug did. And so I like the thing about EVS and Doug is not one of them has ever said to me, you shouldn't be talking to that person because because I'm a person that can make up my own mind about who I interact with, and I will not be told who I can and can't interact with on my platform ever.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. You know, that's why I had Max on my thing. There's people like, don't do it, and they're like, this is the cancel Jeremy show. I'm like, I've been telling them like, hey, you're wacky. Like this course is not right, but I wanted to hear them out because I feel the feminists. One of my critiques, and Ryan knows this, everyone knows this, it's public, is that we're kind of becoming hug box, we're kind of becoming monolithic in a lot of ways, in certain ways. You see with Max where even though he's wrong on everything with you, there's this kind of like, don't have him on or fuck you, you know, and it's like, that's not what we started as. We started as a collective of like-minded fans, generally speaking, on The Last Jedi, who didn't appreciate people hitting at us and not being able to actually back it up, like B-Level today or Dark Synovia. They want to make this smear campaign on you since April, and they can't come here and talk to you when they've been so hungry for it.
And I want to say one more time, if I ever end up murdered, Dark Synovia should be the #1 suspect. That motherfucker, holy shit, he hates me so bad, and he is a total like. That might have been him in that video that I uploaded. Can you show? This might have been. That's what it is. I think it was him. I'm pulling it up right now. That car video. You know what I'm talking about too.
Yes,
don't you?
I do actually.
I bet this is Dark Synovia right here. Let me find it. Okay, best in car. Yeah, so here it is. You gonna give me a screen share?
Well, as soon as you put it up there, I will.
All right, give me a minute. I gotta find it. All right. What does the audio play through?
So when you do it, it should have you select like what you want to share, and you have to click a checkbox that says share audio. If you know what I mean.
Well, screen sharing tips. Screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. Screen sharing works best on computers. Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbox on the next window.
Don't you have fucking 200,000 subscribers? How do you not know how to do this?
I got a $75 webcam. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Right
what
here.
Are we looking at?
All right, here we go. Here it is.
All right. Adding it now.
All right. And so this is me in my car video. My dogs are barking. I think this is Dark Synovia right here.
Okay.
Dude, he's like gonna kill me.
All right. Hush.
There he is. Wait, hang on. There he is.
Okay. This is super. Okay.
You're fucking dogs, man.
Here it is, right here. There he is.
Okay.
You think that's him?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's not really him, but I'm sorry, Anna. I know Tulip's going crazy now. My bad. But yeah, man. But that dude, so I saw a video where he was doing a vlog and he was so mad about the 501st story. Oh my God. He was just like, these motherfuckers.
They love me for that.
These motherfuckers, they're disgusting. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. He really, and then so he makes that the post the other day on, let me see, Dark Synovia. Does he still have it up, Ryan?
Yes.
That community post?
Yeah, you have to
All
scroll down. You have to scroll down a
really
ways.
long one?
Yeah, you have to scroll down a ways. I do think I had a pretty epic comment. It was very simple.
Yep, here it is right here. Okay. Screen share. Boom. Boom. All right. Right here. So he said, is it this one?
Yes.
Thanks to Matt Wilkins, Brian Borg, and Christopher Nielsen for selling out to a certain motherfucker is gloating. I hope it's worth it, you fucking sellouts. This motherfucker has been trying to kill our movement for years, and you did it in a few weeks by supporting Ryan Kennel.
He misspelled it.
To add to that,
hang on. I hope being buddy with Jeremy is worth it because you pretty much killed our movement in a few weeks with this motherfucker is laughing about it. Thanks a lot. I hope it was worth it for a few seconds of fame to turn our hard work to ash. And then I posted a screenshot of this. And then he goes, sorry to bust your bubble, Jeremy, but my previous post was not about about you. It was about someone unrelated to you. I was referring to a person who goes by the name of No More Legends on Facebook. Of course, you're an attention-seeking whore that has to make everything about you. Not to mention, just a few hours before the post that he says isn't about me, look at this. Star Wars Simply, he means Star Wars Only, is even a shittier version of Geeks and Gamers and Star Wars Explained. Motherfucker, you're talking about me. You're literally talking about me. Anyway, go ahead, Ryan. You just have something, Ryan?
So I will say that I think the motherfucker that he's talking about that's been trying to kill the movement is not you. It's a certain guy who used to be active on Facebook who was all about crushing the U movement. But it is very clear that he's talking about me and you.
Yes.
And all that. Scoundrels Cantina has been in the chat all night. What's going on, Scoundrels Cantina? They're a huge Star Wars channel. They do a lot of lore videos and stuff like that, and they've had their issues with those guys as well. So I think there was probably some other stuff further down. But I'm not sure quite what they're talking about.
Yeah, and Scoundrels Cantina has been a supporter of mine for the early days the channel, started getting traction. You guys were very supportive of me. I really appreciate it. You guys reached out a lot for collaborations, and I apologize I never made that happen, but maybe in the near future we can make that happen. And I've always appreciated your support. Thank you. And just to make a point back to Star Wars Only, and I've repeated this earlier, but because I responded to Molly Damon on Twitter earlier for her calling the Fandom Menace a hate movement. This is the same person her husband ran from me at Star Wars Celebration when I tried to confront him for all the hate that he pushed my way. And now Molly is calling us a hate movement. Well, Star Wars Only is another person I had a lot of problems with, as I talked about earlier. And we talked it out, shook hands, hung out, got it all worked out. You know what I mean? It's not that hard to do. It's really not.
Yep. Yeah. As we've seen tonight, I think I'm still kind of blown away by what we had with Hugh. With Huge Ass earlier, and kind of the way that went and what he took from it, and I think that was awesome.
Yeah,
but that was a little good. Yeah, that was a little sidetrack. But where are you at, Angus? What else you got?
Oh, I was just gonna say. I have like one more, but I was gonna say about B level and Dark Synovia because I was actually subbed to B level back in when the Fan Collective was first starting to take off on Twitter, and found him. So I was watching him. He's like, "Oh, I see you. Okay, that's cool." Like, I'm not interested because Disney is new canon. So what's the point of in a way, what's the point of reading a series that's like there's no continuation now? But it's cool. And then he started doing the Fandom Menace, and I didn't unsubscribe instantly. I didn't get triggered. I heard him out, and I'm like, "Are you doing like 3 of these, and they're going nowhere?" It's just like subjective kind of, and he's bringing politics. And then there's the one with that big stream y'all did that they keep crying about because you called 108 fake. And
yeah. So like, Anna, by the way, so Anna's here right now. So can you play the audio one more time, Ryan? Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah. Let me get it back. So
Anna, during that video you and I did, this whole thing, they've been hanging on this one piece of audio where they're talking about how we never acknowledged Marvel 108. We're not real Star Wars fans. And when that was mentioned, I believe Jeff started laughing first. And then I think I said, like, this has got to be fake. Or either Jeff said, this has got to be fake. And then EVS says, oh, it's fake. They took that as that we were saying that the Marvel 108 is fake. That's the wrong. Is that it?
I'm a couple behind. I'm a couple seconds behind where I was before.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
I'll go ahead and start it and play it, and everyone can make up their minds for themselves what they think was being called fake.
Yeah, she tries to skip through the music.
If you're inviting people to go after and find all your hypocrisy, how many hours do we have in the day? Because there is a lot of staggering content the saying you don't want an agenda while pushing a right-wing agenda, saying you care about the lore while supporting TCW, saying you hate Ryan Johnson while you love Dave Filoni, saying you care about Star Wars while not even talking about the new Marvel EU comic issue 108 coming out May 27th.
This has got to be fake. Come on. This has got to be fake.
We're not talking about this comic book.
And that was that.
So that's them saying that they claim that we were saying the comic book is fake when we were clearly saying that these people are got to be fake haters because nobody is this stupid. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's where that and I already proved Jeremy wrong. I already proved you wrong. There it is. Marvel 108. Oh, you thought it was fake news, but it's right here.
You know, it's funny. I told them, I don't know if I told them, but in all honesty, not trolling, Ryan is what's like, he's what's keyed me into. I'm a slow reader and I got a bunch of comics to read. But I'm trying to read the first EU book, Spawn of the Mind's Eye. That's thanks to Ryan and his positivity. You know, he's making me interested. Beal talks about being EU, and all I see is geeks and gamers content.
Yep.
You know, and it's the same with Max. I tell him, this isn't me like, oh, I'm whispering my Max, but I tell him, like, dude, quit with the Jeremy stuff. I want to see your discussion about entertainment, what you like and stuff. You know, you're not getting the review. It's deleted. It's gone from the ether. You know, I would like to see just to see what you said before. You're like, oh yeah, I hate it. You know.
Well, yeah, I mean, like again, so basically, in this is what I've done. You know, I know high school dropout. You guys want to make fun of that, and what I've done is I've waited all of this time. I've allowed all of you to make all this stupid hate content on me, and now we've done a 3.5 hour stream. Probably going to push it to 4. We've gotten Ryan a ton of watch time on his channel.
That is
We're going to
true.
get him monetized. Going to get him monetized, and I'm looking like the bigger and better person because I always was. Because all of you miserable fuckers had your opportunity. I just saw Robert Storms tagged him on Twitter. I just saw Major Lee tagged him on Twitter. Have you heard anything, Ryan? Of course you haven't. You know, we got these people that are hating on me constantly, yet they won't take this opportunity to come and confront me because. I guess what did Matt Wilkins say? He said if they come on and confront me, then they can't continue their lies about, or it hurts their credibility, you know, for all their lies that are going to get smacked down.
Hurts their spin, yeah. But that is the last like bullet I had for this was back what when this video came out or whatever, and then out of nowhere I was already unsubbed to B-level, wasn't paying attention to him besides that stream, which was funny. He's like, oh hey, can you like share this on social media? Like I want to debate Anna, and I'm like, oh, sure, cool. And then I got the idea. I hit up Rookie Critic, and I'm like, hey, like we have the fan collective, we're trying to grow so we can boost new creators and stuff like we were trying to when we were smaller. This would be a great neutral site, but somewhat neutral because we're still fandom menace, but you know, it's kind of like Ryan. That was the idea, and I tagged her in it. Lethal knew about because I thought about getting him on because he's an EU guy, and he could talk that stuff with them. And be kind of neutral, sort of like knowing EU and Fandom Menace. She never responded. And then like you came at me. It was like a back and forth. We had a discussion.
Was it me? I did?
Yeah.
I get in so many fights I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was this back and forth. It was just a bad time because I was doing my parents' stream with the Fandom Menace. So I was like distracted and trying to manage this, but it's like, oh, like he's coming at me. He wasn't even tagging this. It wasn't negative. It was just, hey, we're willing to host a debate. And my analogy was, we're talking about with people hitting at you, actually following through and having a dialogue. And I was using the analogy like for every us, for example, because we're like, you know, not woke or whatever. Use the example Ben Shapiro. For every Ben Shapiro, you want your enemy, however big the divide is on the topic, to be like Bill Maher, where he's as left as he can go for the most part, but he's engaging, you know?
Yeah.
And that was my analogy. And you're like, something that's stupid and we're done with these people, ignore them. But now we're here and you're engaging them. You're offering the engagement. You told Matt the engagement's there. And it's just like, and then the second day after that, when we're cool, we talked. Anna tagged me, saying like, "See, Angus, you do your research." And I replied with a picture of my history. I was actually going through Dark Zenovia's history, trying to figure out when he became anti-Phantomist. So if I got on a stream, a debate with him, I could kind of understand him or ask him, when did you turn, or why was there this turn? And I just said, because I wanted to like hit back, be angry. I'm like, no, let me think. And it's like, well, just don't call me stupid. I was actually researching. And you were suspended on Twitter at the time. And you're like, oh, I know you said to Anna, if I wasn't suspended, I'd be hitting at you hard. And this isn't a rule. I'm not saying like Max, like, you need to do this. But you covered the Brie Larson thing with Netflix, where she did the Netflix at that guy, and 50,000 people hit at him, and he had to like lock his account. There should be some awareness. I know if people hit at you, you've never gone at people. You've always waited, and they've come at you. But when you hit at someone, there should be say of your cloud of your following, because people kind of, especially the bigger you are, the more potential blind a follower they are, and they'll just agree like, oh, Jeremy's against this person, we got to support him. And you might be wrong and say it later, but they might not even see that. So it could have led to something like that if you would have came at me. And that was right after I did the St. Germanus and stuff. There was like a lot of good energy, and it's solely that in the moment, and that's just festered. Not so much where I hate you or anything, because clearly I follow you, I watch you, love the content and everything. It's fun. But I just wanted to address that. I didn't know how to address it, because my tone when I text something, it's like, the tone I'm intending totally gets lost on people, and then it gets weird. So that's why I never like reached out to you on that in DM.
I hear you on that. Ryan, you get that message?
Yeah, let me check here. From who?
From me. Anna wants a link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get it to her.
And I've just said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm really good friends with Anna, and I'm scared of her when she's mad at me. So, and it's not a good place to be in. So it's just not.
It wasn't negativity. It wasn't negativity. No. It was like, this was recent. So there's that recency effect you could have to boost the Phantom Collective, which is kind of.
Oh, by the way, and by the way, I'm going to do the video for the Phantom Collective. And they want me to do. I don't know who that is. It's probably Flip that I'm talking to.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do a solo video for the Phantom Collective, because I do appreciate everything they do.
Wow.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that was the idea. Was, you see it on Twitter, not so much on the channel as of the last few months, but our whole thing was like, well, we can be neutral, even though we're fans of Phantom Menace, we can be neutral, host this, maybe have an actual discussion, maybe resolve stuff. You've seen how bitter they are now, and probably wouldn't resolve anything, but there was that chance. And it wasn't like negative towards them. It was just like, hey, here's an offer you can refuse. She never replied, when I remember, until the next day with the different tweet. But it was just with you coming at me so hard. And it's like, we just talked last night. Like, I'm going home off work and I see this negativity. I'm going to come at you and this and that if I wasn't suspended. It's like, whoa, I just was defending myself. Like, I was literally researching. That's why I didn't see a new upload, because I'm not sub to them, and yeah. It was like you're mad at me for not seeing the leak in the roof when I'm plugging the floor, All
right. Hey, so Angus, Anna's here. I'm going to bring her on. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here she is.
She's not mad at me for once. So,
hey, Anna.
I'm always mad at you. Hey, I'm going to let you guys know I am really, really sick. So if I mute myself, it's probably because I go into a coughing fit. But can you repeat everything that you just said, Angus? And then I will address it point by point.
Okay. Y'all had the impromptu high council, the famous 4-hour stream that they keep citing, the fake news, that stream.
Which one was that?
What That's were we talking about? Where we went after B-level, response to B-level, calling me all those names.
The meme with you turned her against me, and that's Jeremy and that.
Yeah.
So there's that stream, and there's the recency, and B-level hit me up, because I guess he was still subbed to me at the time, even though I moved on because I didn't like what he was doing with his content. And he's like, hey, I want to debate Anna EU and stuff. Could you share social media, maybe add or something? Like, well, fine, And then I talked with some of the Phantom Collective guys, and I'm like, hey, this could be an opportunity to get attention to the channel, because we're trying to boost it. We're trying to use it, sacrifice our own content to get more views for new creators like we were working for when no one knew us. And so I offered the stream. I added you, offered the stream, tagged Lethal Lightning later and talked to him about, because he's a EU expert to some extent as well. And you never reply. Jeremy was going back and forth with me. We're arguing. I'm like, I'm just offering a neutral ground for people to talk. There's a lot of hostility from Jeremy in this moment. It seemed unwarranted.
Always is when she's involved. When I'm
and then the next day, because I was at work, I talked about this with Fan Collective guys. I'm like, yeah, let's, at worst they say she says no or ignores it, whatever. And I was watching Dark Synovia content, going painstakingly through his videos to find the breaking point, anti-fandom menace. If I had him on a stream, I could, moderate that point. And then you're like, you added me in like a different post or something, like, because I guess someone was having bad interactions with them in the comments, and then they uploaded a new video of anti-fandom menace, and you added me saying like, see, Angus, you need to do your research. And it's like, I was watching old content. I didn't see the new upload. And I showed a picture of him. I'm like, well, don't call me stupid. I was doing my research.
I didn't call you stupid. I just said you need to do your research, because a lot of times you do stuff like this without doing your research on people. You should have known about, if you watch that stream that you've claimed to, you could have seen the way the guy was interacting in the chat. You could see the way that he was talking about us when he made that initial video. So you claiming that you were doing your research, yeah, you know what? Go back and watch his old content. I did that as well before we did that stream. And that's why I knew a little bit more about him. And, that's why I talk about it during the stream. But you didn't do your research on him. You saw this as an opportunity for you to grow your channel, for you to get attention. And that's all that was. You didn't do your research on the guy. You didn't go out of your way to go and watch the entire stream that you wanted to, bring me on to go have this debate so you could have attention on your channel. That's all that was coming down to. And you admitted that within, the first little expo of this. Sorry, I'm getting lightheaded. But yeah, and you know what? There's no way in hell I would ever go on your channel when you go out of your way to go and be friends with people that call me out online. I have seen all of the comments that you do on videos for people calling or saying shit about me. I've seen them. So there's no fucking way in hell I'll ever go on your channel. All you want is attention, and it's blatantly clear. And that's because I do my fucking research.
It's honestly not the case.
It is the case. I have all of the screenshots to prove it, dude.
It was with the Fandom Collective. It was
no, it wasn't a Fandom Collective. It was you. It was you. I don't have any problems with anyone else in the Fandom Collective, just you. Even the ones that I've met, they don't go out of their way to use me like you do. That's all you've been doing, is trying to use people to boost yourself and your platform. It's pathetic.
I don't think I've used anybody to boost myself.
That's what you just admitted to, saying that you wanted me to come on your channel to debate B-level Star Wars.
It wasn't my okay, be clear, it wasn't my channel. It's the Fandom Collective. I'm like, hey.
No, you wanted it to come on your channel.
No. This is where you're wrong.
It's not where I'm wrong. That's exactly what you said.
Critic asked Lethal Lighting. It was for the Fandom Collective channel, because we're using it to boost new creators that can't get through the algorithm. It can't be seen yet. That's what the Twitter's for as well. It's for new creators.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm talking.
When you
Fandom Collective channel is not my channel.
When you tagged me in it, you wanted me to go on your channel.
No, I wanted you to go on the Fandom Collective as a neutral site. B-Level came on my channel and said, hey, can you share this? I want to debate Anna. Could you at her or whatever? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then
B-Level does have a Twitter, which he is more than welcome to at me, but he doesn't. He likes to use people, which, again, if you did your research, you would know that.
Well, the thing with B-Level is that
before that video and stuff, even after I unsubbed him, he was cordial with me, because I would still check in and I'd see something like, oh, why is this going on? There's like civil discourse about like, I don't agree with your perception on stuff. So when he came to me at that point, there was that civility there.
Well, yeah, B level has proven himself, and in that stream, it was very, very easy to determine that he's a really, really bad person. The accusations that are levied against us don't really offer, like, they don't offer up an opportunity for discussion. The only reason I would be willing to have a discussion with those guys is because they are putting. Ryan has faced so much hate. Because, and again, he doesn't cry about this. It's not whining about this. Ryan has faced so much insane hate simply for being connected to me, and is starting out, just a new channel starting out, and it's because of these miserable little 5-year-old kids that just will not stop pushing these fake, false narratives and lies. And they can't hurt me. They can't touch Anna. They can't touch any of us. But Ryan literally started his channel at my request, at Gary's request, and so. Those early stages, man, it's tough when you got like these 5 or 6 trolls that are literally dedicated to just shitting all over every upload you make. You know what I mean? And Ryan even tried to play the nice guy. So the reason I'm willing to have a conversation with him at this point is I'm trying to work with Ryan and Matt with their side of the things, so those guys can quit polluting the EU community that Ryan and Matt are connected to. But outside of that, there's no reason to have a discussion with those guys, like, period. And I've refused any connection with them until I brought Ryan on, and it kind of affected me indirectly. So I think that's where Anna's point is like, these guys have said the most horrific stuff about us. Like, it's bad. It's really bad.
Oh, Jeremy, he knows. I saw his comments on the videos. He knows what they said. He goes out of his way to find people that don't like me and don't like you and side with them, ask them to stream together. If you guys do the research, you'll see his comments, unless he goes and deletes them. But I've seen every single shred of it. It's pathetic, Black Angus.
I'm willing to talk with anyone.
I know, because you want attention, and you're honestly not understanding the point that's being made here.
Well, I think you're making character claims about me that
I'm
aren't
making character claims on you that are completely true, and they're able to be proven. Like that one girl that when I was on the High Council, and it was, I think, my 40th, I passed 40K, and this other girl went and did a stream talking shit about me for an hour and a half. You commented not only in the chat, but then you also left a comment asking her to stream with you. You commented on some of B-level.
Oh, are you talking about the Peyton place, whatever?
Yeah,
Rookie Critic likes her, or he did.
Well, I'm talking about this. I'm going through situation by situation, which is how I came to form my opinion on you. You go out of your way.
I knew about her from Rookie before.
Oh, okay, well that's great.
I saw that.
That's great.
I saw that, I'm like, that
but you also were watching a video and you were commenting in the chat when this girl is obviously talking shit about me, and you go out of your way to say, "Hey, let's stream together," and you're egging her on. Then whenever you're on a stream and then my name gets mentioned, you put puking face emojis in the chat. You go in live chats and talk about how much you hate me in my friends' streams. You honestly think I'm going to go on your channel?
Yeah, I've seen all of these comments. She's shown me all of this stuff. So everything she's saying is accurate. So
you just want to use people to boost yourself. It's pathetic, dude. And you do need to do your research on this stuff. That's why I know all the things that I know, because I do my research.
Well, I only have so much time in the day.
Oh, so. Smallest fucking violin in the world. So do all of us. If this is what you want to do, dude, you need to do your research.
Telling you what I saw and what I was looking into in the B-level Dark Synovia situation. And then you're faulting me because I didn't see at the time on Twitter. You're faulting me for not seeing a new upload.
I'm not faulting you for not seeing a new upload. I'm faulting you for not. You're claiming that you want to do this debate off of a live stream that you were commenting in the chat. So I know you watched at least part of it. This has absolutely nothing to do with that new upload. I'm talking about the first initial upload he made, and then the stream that is in reference to why he wanted to come and debate me. That new upload doesn't even come into play. So don't use that as an excuse.
Yeah, no, I think we're crossing each other different ways. We're not understanding each other.
I don't think you're understanding me. I think everyone else is very, in tune with what I'm saying and the point I'm making, and you're just plain stupid, or you are actually stupid.
No, I'm not stupid.
She sent me all these screenshots. I mean, I know everything she's talking about. So she's 100% accurate in everything she said in the case she's built against you. And this is one of the reasons why you did get that hostility from me when we've had those interactions, because I'm going to side with Anna against anybody. and
No,
I always
I
will.
respect that, Jeremy. I respect having your buddies' backs. I don't fault you for that. I don't fault you for any of your friends. There's a point you just said, and I'm trying to remember what it was to
Are there
address.
actual crickets in somebody's background?
I'm outside. My
Yeah.
family's asleep.
Yeah.
I'm on the East Coast.
Hey, we got to wrap this up with Angus here in just a minute because Robert
know
Storms is here.
I know what it was. I know what
Okay.
it was. All right. So Anna, I'm not a fan of your content. I saw your Cyberfrog video and I liked it.
I know you're not a fan of my content. You've made that very clear after, what happened.
No. I just want to say.
Well, yeah, I know that you're not a fan. I also know that you used my sister's death to make a video about it, and then you say in the first second of the video, "Oh, I don't have time to watch Anna." Well, then don't fucking make a video about my sister and talk about yourself. That's awful. Do you know what kind of person that makes me think of you?
I honestly felt sorry for your
I don't want your
situation.
fucking pity. When you're going to make a video about my sister and then just talk about yourself the entire fucking time, you have children. Could you imagine if somebody did that, one of your children died, and then somebody made a video talking about themselves the entire fucking time? You have never done anything for me and my family. The only thing that you have done is go out of your way to spite me. And then you think it's appropriate for you to make a video about my sister? Go fuck yourself.
There was a lot of sentiment, a lot of
sentiment because you're talking about yourself. It had nothing to do with me or my sister.
Not letting me finish. Not let me finish.
There was a lot of
sentiment in the low tier 1K, 2K, and below. We're like, oh, this happened. It's one of the bigs in the Phantom Menace. What do we do? Can I make content? They felt that way, and I'm like, well, yeah, like do what you feels right, because Geeks and Gamers and the High Council are taking a break in solidarity. It might feel different for you. You might want to do something in solidarity, content-wise. That's what it was. The sentiment was honestly for you.
No, the sentiment was yourself. It was just about yourself. You say that in the first minute of the video.
I heard what happened with your sister, and I don't know what happened. I just know she passed, and it made me think of my children. And the child that died in Afghanistan really bothered me. And the sentiment was also for your parents. I don't think anyone was really talking about your parents. That's what that was. Sorry if that offended you or what have you. But I put aside my thoughts on your content or what have you for just
you saw an opportunity you saw an opportunity to use a situation for your own advantage. That's what that was.
No, I actually expected a lot of hate, a lot of downvotes or what have you. But that was just
no one's going to downvote a video that somebody is making on somebody's somebody passing. A lot of people made videos that I have never even spoken to, that have never added me on anything, and they were very heartfelt and sincere. Yours had an agenda behind it.
There honestly was no agenda. I'm sorry you feel that way because
dude, it's obvious. You've gone out of your way to make your feelings about me very, very clear to anyone that's paying attention. And then you want to go and, do a sob fest. Oh, well, I made this heartfelt video about Anna's sister. I was trying to be sincere. There was not anything sincere about that. You saw an opportunity to use a situation to give your channel a little boost, and you used it. And it's pathetic.
I don't recall getting a boost from that video. In all honesty, it wasn't the point. I didn't know if 5 people watch it or 1 million. It wasn't the point. I felt I needed to say something about it.
Well, you had no place to say anything about it, the way that you've treated me and the things that you've said about me and the people that you align yourself with.
But the other point I want to say is, regardless of how I feel about your content, Anna, you were on a stream. I think it was Bullshitters with Gary and Bullshitters and Gary. And regardless of how I see your content, I really felt like, oh, I got to know her. Like, she's a Star Wars fan, and she gets the social ineptitudes or what have you about being a real nerd and stuff. And I really appreciated that. And I don't think your content, what I've seen, what's been big on your channel, has matched that.
That's because you don't watch my content.
I used to watch you a lot when Geeks Gamers first popped up. I watched everybody. Geeks Gamers Course, SC Reviews, John Talks, yourself, Milestone, so on and so forth.
Well, at this point, Anna is very, very, very. She's firm in where she stands, and I've
No,
got
I
her
get
back
that.
on it. And
I get
and I
that.
think
I don't fault you, Jeremy.
yeah. Well,
But
I mean,
I
again,
just want to make sure whether you believe me or not. I am firm in my stance that my video in solidarity or sincerity, whatever terminology you want to use, regarding Ellen was not for any clout. It was like I almost didn't upload because I in the moment cried about like the situation that made me empathize with you. That's the moment that I can empathize with your situation. I haven't lost close families. I don't have a big family. I'm growing a family, and I'm love my children. I worry about a situation like what your family's gone through, whatever the full details were, and so that's why I felt the need to talk about it.
Again, you used my situation for your own personal benefits.
You can see it that way, and I
That's
get
exactly
why,
what
but
it
that's
is.
not. You can think that, Anna, that's not the case.
It is, because like I said, everything I've seen you say about me, all the people you align yourself with, there's no reason why someone like you would make a video like that. There have been people that I consider my enemies that reached out to tell me how sorry they were about that. Those people, I think, are more sincere in the situation than you yourself are with that video.
Well, you can think that, but that's honestly not the case.
It is the case.
Well,
We'll have to disagree.
Yeah, we'll probably leave it at that. So, because we need to you got Robert Storms ready to come in here.
Well, I can't get a hold of them, but
Oh.
yeah.
I'll drop out with Jeremy. That's the main thing I was concerned with was getting Lloyd on and having a story. Keep going and maybe having an effect against Disney with the situation. Sorry you feel that way about my honest words in that video.
I would say my advice is the best course of action for you is to not speak about Hannah in any capacity. That would be the best course for you to move forward. Still here?
Yeah, no,
okay.
If you had
no, just that would be your best play, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I appreciate the time. Appreciate Ryan. Even appreciate Anna. I know it's not easy addressing this stuff, especially how you see things. I wish you.
It's very obvious, dude. You leave a trail of breadcrumbs.
Okay, you can see it that way, but it's honestly
dude, that's exactly how it is. When you go on other people that are talking shit about me and comment wanting to do things with them, it's very obvious your intentions behind things. And then you also lied earlier about when you blocked me on Twitter. You blocked me on Twitter when everything was happening with my sister.
No, that is not the case.
It is the case. I have screenshots to prove it. And guess what? I actually thought about it because I was like, this dude that goes out of his way to talk shit about me during my friends' live streams, that, goes and aligns himself with my enemies. You know what? Life is short. Maybe I should, reach out, try to, build a bridge. Maybe I know that I offended you when I said you didn't do your research on the Game of Thrones video, which you didn't. But I know that I offended you and I was going to apologize. I went to go message you. Guess what? Blocked. I sent a screenshot to Jeremy because I even told him I was going to go and apologize. This is
all true.
Yep. And so you didn't block me because of negativity. I made a comment about doing research and then you blocked me right after that. So don't even try to lie to anyone. I make sure I cover my tracks and, take screenshots of everything. That way I have a paper trail of proof.
Well, that's fine. I honestly don't remember that.
Well, you blocked me. You went out of your way to do it, so you should remember it.
I remember I unfollowed you. I don't remember blocking until recently because I kept seeing just the negative YouTube comments. It's like, man.
No. You blocked me back when everything was happening with my sister, and then you unblocked me recently with all this stuff with War Campaign. I pay attention to everything, dude.
And everything she's saying, I mean, again, we're in constant communication on this stuff. I co-sign literally everything she's saying because I can confirm it all.
Well, I think our dates are mixed up.
No, dude, they're not.
You.
They are not. I have screenshots to prove it. And guess what? I have an iPhone, which tells you what days the screenshots were taken. And hey, you can even go back. Me and Jeremy can go back through our DMs. Heck, me and Jesse can. Me and Jeff can. And they can see when I sent those and what dates those were on. So there's, proof behind it. So if you're going to go lie, you have to be prepared for the consequences.
No, I'm not.
Especially when you're dealing with me.
I honestly don't recall a reason to block you before unfollowing you and then muting you and still seeing comments from people, your posts from YouTube.
Well, what do you expect? We're in the same community, dude. It's going to happen.
And it's, oh God, I keep seeing it. And that was my final.
Imagine living it.
That's why I empathized with the video. Think was disingenuous, which it honestly wasn't, because I honestly almost didn't upload. I'm like, man, like I cried when I was talking about this, and people were gonna think, oh, this is fake, and it just really bothered me. It bothered me as much as the Spider-Man situation with Ollie, and
did he cut out?
No,
you're just done.
I just heard a loud cricket.
Yeah. So Angus, do you have anything else you wanted to say or anything?
No. I just mainly want to see the follow through for the good of Ollie and that situation for Lloyd. Hopefully, he has some resolution. Maybe Sony can help. But yeah, appreciate the platform and the discussion. And that's all I got. I gotta get ready for work in the morning.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. It didn't exactly turn out the way I had expected, or you probably. But I really do appreciate you coming on and talking, man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right,
man.
All right, man. All right. Anna, you gonna hang around with Robert for Robert?
Which one is Robert?
The
blowjob guy.
So Robert, if you can hear me, I know you said you got hooked up on StreamYards. I need to get you the link, buddy. So you need to go to Twitter. I tried to, your DMs aren't open, so I can't DM it to you. You need to either DM me to get our DMs together or follow me. I also followed you. Just follow me back. It's KINELRYAN, and I'll get you the link and you can come in here. The StreamYards is super easy if you've never used it. So, Anna, hi. This is the first time we've ever met or talked.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I know. Nice to meet you too.
I'm sorry that was a lot. I usually don't let my anger get the best of me, but this is something that was building up for a while. And so when I woke up and I was listening, and I messaged Jeremy and I was like,
Oh, Jacob's Quest. So much drama in the Fandom Menace. Hey, I reached out to you and asked if you wanted to come on, and you said no. Do you want to come on now? We'll get you on.
Let me just say something about Jacob. Jacob is actually one of the people that I meant when I was saying there's people that I would consider more so enemies than friends that sent me sentiments about my sister that was more sincere than people that, want to pretend to be my friend. So
I can confirm that too.
Yeah,
because I was there when it happened.
I've watched Jacob's content. He knows a lot about the EU, and I think he finally is now reading the Thrawn trilogy, the OG one. So Jacob, your last video was actually pretty good. Anna, just
look at Laura's comment. Highlight Laura. Ryan stole my fanfiction's last comment.
I unfollow and refollow Jeremy every month or so. I wonder if there's.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Anna. So.
Hey, do you mind? So, Sketch Therapy wanted to come on and say basically that he's war campaign, but he loves Anna. Do you mind if he comes on and talks to you for just a second?
That's Anna's call at this point.
Wait,
yeah,
who?
I know. Sketch Therapy.
He's been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, I love Sketch Therapy.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So let me.
I like how everybody, there was all this hype about me being a savage, and of course I did savagely destroy, the first 3 people that came on, or actually really two people. But Anna has changed the game at this point, and this is why I don't want to be on.
I'm gonna go and take some cough syrup real fast because that's the most I've talked in like a while. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Robert is struggling here. Come on, Robert.
Yeah. So. My Twitter.
I gotta pee again, and I need to get a refill of water. So I'll be right back.
All right, good. We're still going.
Nobody deserves this more than Ryan with all the stuff he's brought to the table in such a short amount of time. I'm telling you right now, this guy's become such a great part of Geeks and Gamers. And I'm glad that this is turning out to be like, this is probably going to get you over monetization, man. I mean, it's from watch time. This is huge for you.
We got 4 hours. I mean, it's at least going to be, about 1,200 or 1,300 hours at least. So it'll get me maybe 3,000. We'll see what happens. But
we'll see. I'll be right back.
All right. Thanks. So, yeah. So, Robert, I hope you're still there. Let me scroll back down in these comments. Oh, there's Jacob. So, my experience live stream is 0. If I got in here, go ask it. All right. I understand that, man. That makes sense to me. But it is open if you do want to, right? There hasn't been much ass kicking. Other than that, it's mostly been some pretty good conversation. But, yeah, this is going a lot longer than we thought. But Robert says, I think he means I am having some issues. So 229 people still watching right now, 4 hours in. That's amazing. Thank all you guys for being here. It's been pretty incredible. Robert, so my Twitter is at Kinnell Ryan. So at KINELRYAN. So it's pretty easy. There's a picture of me looking jacked at the gym. So hopefully you can find me. I'd really like to get you on. Sketch, you have the link, bud. So whenever you pop on, you should be good. You said you got StreamYards, so I think we have him here. So he's still working on getting his devices connected. That's sometimes perfect. And Robert just found me too. So we're gonna have Sketch Therapy on for about like a couple minutes here, just to say something to Anna, and then we're gonna get you on, Robert. Let's see what he got going on in chat. Oh, Matt Wilkins says, Ryan, sing during the break. What do you want me to sing, Matt? You want me to sing a Disney song, like get us demonetized? I could sing A Whole New World if you want.
Oh, I love that song.
I can show you the world. Shining.
First time Anna and Ryan have met, so I'm happy that's happened. So that's really cool to see that. So
that's true. G&G coming together on the Cancel Jeremy stream. So Sketch, it looked like Sketch popped in and then he popped back out. I'm not sure if he could quite get everything going, but let's see. I'll just go ahead and send it to Robert right now if Sketch is having issues, so Robert can hop in.
Yeah, and then we'll bring you on afterwards, Sketch.
Yeah.
I think Sketch is also Puerto Rican Jeremy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that is who I'm talking to.
And I saw Cam Girl Jeremy in her earlier. I don't know where Cam Girl Jeremy went, but I was happy about that. I love that account. That's a new one. That's a new one.
True Blue American. Send Ryan pizza. Hell yeah. I love that.
I really do, though. I don't know what your watch time is, Ryan, but I really believe this is going to help you get over that hump, man.
It's at 1,400 right now, so it's definitely going to help huge. And there's Robert. So I'll give him a second. He's going to get settled and everything, and I'll bring him on here. So here we go. Mr. Roberts. You can stay for this if you want, and if that's all right with Robert. We have audio issues. So I'll tell you what, Robert, I will I'll remove you from the stream. You'll still be down the bottom in the back room here. And you should be able to hear me, hopefully. So you just have to click the little settings button, unless the mic's not plugged in for some reason or whatever. But just click the settings button, and it's pretty self-explanatory for how to get it set up. StreamYards is a new platform for a lot of people still. Thankfully, they came and swooped in right when Hangouts went down.
Yes,
or else everybody kind of be screwed.
Oh, we got a Chucklehead Jeremy account now.
While we're in the break, Lethal Lightning. Ryan, acknowledge my people as real. Sorry, Lethal Lightning wanted to hop on and make fun of Jeremy, but he couldn't. So he said, "You always go on about being better than the average, but he's American, so cut the crap." What are your responses to that?
Lethal's always saying that. He's like above average for Americans, nothing compared to over here. And I say, hey, I live in America. That's all that matters. Is I'm above average over here. That's all that matters. So,
and then he said his team is all American. Where's my diversity?
I just got a message from Thomas Gilkey, and his message was to tell Anna that Mary loves her. So
Aw, I know I saw Mary in the chat. Hearts to you, Mary. I don't know if I can comment in this little comment section. Yeah, I saw Mary and the bunny were here. For everyone that doesn't know, I like to call Jedi Bunny Miss Bunny.
yeah, Kelly's been here pretty much since the beginning. I don't know if she's still here.
Yeah, she's been here a lot. So
Yeah.
so Sketch just hopped in. I just want Sketch to get his words in real quick. Tell Annie he loves her, and everything, if that's all right. So let's pop Sketch in real quick. Sketch, can you hear us?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, first of all, hail Anna, hail Jeremy Prime. That's right off the gate. You know, some people have said some stupid things, and I'm not here to condone anything anyone else has said, but there are hundreds, thousands of people in Comicsgate and War Campaign that love Anna. And even with the memes, we may make a meme about a lot of people, but Jeremy, you've had maybe 2, 3. I mean, extremely light, and because you have tough skin, no one really, you know, messes with you because you're not triggered, you know, by this kind of stuff. Now, the thing with Anna is that no one should even think about, like, you know, condoning some of the stuff that's been said and done at a very sensitive time. And I'm not here to excuse any of that. I'm just here to say that there's a lot of love for Anna in Comicsgate, and there's a lot of love for Anna in the War Campaign. And these words like negativity, like, oh, we can't associate with that negativity, so I have to block you. That is the kind of word that comes from the enemies of the War Campaign, the people that hate us, the people that like to blame us for everything. They love those little words. They love these little games where they gather little groups, right? And they scheme and they scam, right? We are not with that. We are extremely direct, right? And if someone hasn't been direct enough, I'm not here to excuse that, but you know, sometimes coming at you, you gotta know. You come at Anna, you might get a whooping. You know, I'm not saying that you know, anyone would be opposed to a whipping, but it might make someone think twice about how to approach. In any case, 1, 2 people that make a mistake when they're drunk, say stupid things, is not the same as what appears to be by this person. Taking something personal, like, you know, like when Jeremy, for example, says, F off, right? Fuck off, whatever. Some people are like, yeah, F you too. And he's like, all right, you know, you're okay. Some people get really bitter about that and just scheme and scam about it, which appears to be what happened with this person when someone said, oh, do your research or something like that, right? And this person got really bitter. Now, the type of words that he's saying and the type of things that he's doing while saying, oh, I'm Comicsgate. Now, I've been in Comicsgate over a year. I've been following Anna over a year. I've been part of the Fandom Menace for over a year. I've been doing videos on world-class bullshit. I've done what, like almost 7, 10 videos? I was on 3 of them about our love for the EU. There's
I remember that. I remember that.
There's at least 5 videos of professed and intense love for the EU on world-class bullshitters. They're still up there. I'm on 3 of them. So that's why it blows my mind that there is any kind of beef with the EU. It seems, you know, drummed up out of smoke and mirrors, right? Because there is no hate for EU. I have not heard anyone in the Fandom Menace say, oh, we really hate the EU. We got to get rid of it. If anything, we'd say it's better than what they're doing now. And this is common knowledge here. So these things surprise me. What doesn't surprise me is people taking stuff out of context, using an old wound over and over and over, weaponizing a mistake, right? Like, okay, maybe an apology hasn't been direct enough or profuse enough. I can understand that because, you know, it's you know, you can't tell when you have how you can't tell a person how to feel, right? I can't tell Anna, well, you know, I apologize, you have to forgive me. That's not how that works. Now, if Anna sees in me, number 1, remorse, number 2, that, you know, this is not a habit, then you know, probably things like this get squashed. But what I'm seeing here is like a person that is trying to take advantage of not one but more than one situation, right? Because there was a lot of different points being touched. So that's what I'm seeing here from Mr. Black Angus. I got it. I thought he was a good guy, but when this word negativity, we don't want to talk about the negativity. Well, usually that means I don't like how they're talking about me or something I like, right? And it's very common to do that. I call it drama. Oh, it's drama. No, it's not drama. If Anna is pissed off, let her speak about it. We don't have to be all happy, lala, pretty all the time. Sometimes we got to get these things off our chest. Sometimes it's healthy for the community to hear their voices speak on this stuff. And it's also healthy to subscribe to Ryan, which is what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get him monetized. So, you know, we got to do a little bit of that. We got to show some love for that Star Wars girl. If you're not already subscribed, you should be doing that. Also, world-class bullshitters. If you want to take maybe some clips, if you do it tastefully, to just copy the whole show, but you can show our love for EU. You know, you can see it. It's right there on world-class bullshitter. And of course, Jeremy Prime, to which I have to say, roll tide.
Oh man, good man. I finally embraced the Jeremy Prime name that you've all been giving me for so long. I figured.
Oh, I've been on it. I love it. I've been like, yeah, Jeremy Prime.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
So you guys finally won me over with this stream in particular is the one that's like, you know, I told Ryan, I said, I'm just going to embrace it finally. So,
yeah. Hey, Sketch, thank you so much for
well
coming
said,
on and
man.
spreading some love, dude.
Beautifully said. I need to get you to do like a little, some kind of audio intro for like Geeks and Gamers, man. That was beautiful. Well said.
Well, I really love one of the things, and you can ask Jeff about this because I've been around for a while. I've always said that these people are giant marshmallows. Now, how do you deal with the giant marshmallow? You cross the streams. You cross the streams. We all saw Ghostbusters. So when that Star Wars girl gets together with Jesse Milestone, gets together with D-Day Cobra, gets together with Mary Mayhem, you know, and they all start crossing these streams, you start seeing that these people that are trying to dehumanize us in text get to see us live. And we're kind of humanized, right? Some of us don't have that knack for speaking. Some of us, you know, aren't about all that equipment, you know, kind of boomers, so we can't make a channel and talk about this stuff. But when you guys say what we say, and you're just yourselves, and people say, well, I don't think Anna's a Nazi. I don't see it. Then all these words that they write in their articles fall apart. And that's why they hate us. And that's why I've always been very supportive of you guys crossing the streams because, you know, I think it's healthy. I think that SJW marshmallows hate it. You're a bunch of stink puff marshmallow men. And it humanizes us, right? That's why I feel, you know, thankful when I super chat. You know, sometimes I've seen people feel guilty. Oh, you're giving me too much. I say, no. You don't know what you're doing for me. Right? Because these people are trying to say that I'm a Nazi, and I'm not a Nazi. I'm a Puerto Rican. Okay, yo soy aquí de Puerto Rico. Yo no soy ningún Nazi. Venga esta gente a decirme que soy un Nazi. Está muy loco. No soy ningún Nazi.
Sketch is he's gonna get my channel shut down. I don't know what the hell that meant.
No. None of it was cussing.
All right.
No.
And you're also Puerto Rican Jeremy. So
yes, I am also Puerto Rican Jeremy.
Before you leave, give us a little bit of papa. Do it.
Oh, you know, Papa. You know, Papa, it is what it is, Papa. It is what it is. And, you know, Papa, you're the man. I mean, you're Jeremy Prime. I can't say enough good words about you guys. Okay, so I'm not here to fight Jeremy or Anna or anyone except the concept that any group of people is against Anna or Jeremy. It might be, like you said before, 2 or 3 people that feel jilted by some way or are, you know, what they call grifting off us instead of off Star Wars, which, as we have shown, is much more profitable. And we're not really grifting, we're just telling the truth, you know. And grifters kind of lie and scheme, you know, we're just being honest. And the honest truth about Star Wars and about all these people trying to control is just that, they're trying to control. What do you mean you go, oh, I deleted, go, come and tell me, oh, you deleted the screen, you hit, so what? You're gonna tell me what to do on my account?
Yeah.
Are you the boss of the deletions? We gotta ask you. Oh my God, you had an opinion and you changed it. How dare you change your opinion? You have to go through me to change your opinion and show me if you have any videos that must be deleted, because I am the boss of opinions. If they change, you gotta tell me. I am the boss. No, that's how it is. Tú sabes que es la que está, papá. That's the way. You can't change your opinion, and you can't delete any videos or hide them or anything without asking me. That's the attitude that some of these people have, and I think it's retarded. You know, not retarded like in a mentally disabled way. You know, just like in a I'm doing stupid things kind of way, right? It's stupid. It's very stupid. Yeah. It's self-destructive. It's childish. I'd like to see all these people come and tell me what to do on my channel, what to do on my Twitter. If Twitter allows it, I'm gonna do it. When they stop me, I'll make a new account. I'm not stopping.
There you go.
I'm not. And people trying to control other people's channel is disgusting. You trying to tell Jeremy what to do on his channel? You disgust me. You trying to tell Anna what to do on her channel? You disgust me. I abhor you. You know, Papa? It's wrong. You gotta can't do it.
All right. Well, hey, dude, Sketch, thanks for coming on, man, and spreading a little love, and I appreciate the kind words, man.
Yeah.
Hail, brother. Hail,
all right.
Sister. You know we love you.
Great job, man. Great job.
Hail, Jeremy Prime.
All right, hail, Sketch. I appreciate you, but we're gonna get Robert in here if that's all right.
All right, I'm gonna roll out. Roll Tide, better say. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide.
Roll out. All right, have a good one, man.
Bye.
I love it. Roll Tide, roll out. Yes, sir. That's
there we
perfect.
go. All right, that's crazy. And Robert is here. What's up?
I was just saying that was so nice.
Yeah,
that was really
great.
nice.
That was great.